Communication is not just a skill that you need to build as a coach or consultant. It is a key to your success as a coach or consultant. And in this video today, I want to share 3 ideas about how you can build and improve your communication skills. First, it's the power of mirroring. Second is active listening. And third is storytelling. So let's talk about this idea of mirroring. As humans, we have something called mirror neurons. In other words, when you look at me and see something on my face, you are more likely to mirror that back. So you smile at somebody, they smile back at you. You frown at somebody, they frown back at you. You have a blank look, and they might respond with a blank look. It's all about matching your client's facial expressions and their pace. It's not about being manipulative. It is about genuinely responding in a way that makes you authentic. So if your client talks really fast, really quickly, or very slowly, you want to match their pace because you will form a stronger bond. Likewise, if you are smiling during your session or if you have a pleasant look on your face, your client might respond in a very similar way. If you're frowning during your whole session, they might wonder why. So be aware of your facial expressions and your pace of speech and match those to your client. Second is about active listening. I think active listening is just about the hardest work that anyone can do. It requires us to pay attention, but more than that, it requires us to suspend judgment and be curious. So as you're listening to your client's story, what's going on in the back of your head is, oh, I wonder why. That's really interesting. I hope they can tell me more so that you can dig a little deeper. So you can ask questions like, that's very interesting. Can you tell me more a little bit about that? Can you tell me a little more about that? Can you expound on that? That's really curious. What do you suppose was going on? So you're asking questions that just simply elicit more information. More than that, your ability to summarize the emotion behind the words. So it sounds like that was a pretty frustrating situation, or it sounds like you're very excited about that opportunity, or it sounds like you're super happy that happened, or you're very sad, or whatever the emotion. And there are many more emotions than happy and sad. Those are 2 ends of the spectrum, but I think you're getting the idea. The third thing I want you to really capitalize on is the ability to tell stories. You've heard me say this time and time again, facts tell, stories sell. Even in client conversations, the art of telling stories is something you want to master, and then eliciting client stories. So storytelling is really an art form that all of us can improve upon. At least that's my opinion. There's always room to up-level our game when it comes to storytelling. So let me encourage you to think about having your clients share their stories with you and being curious about those stories, maybe telling a story of your own experience to make a point. But what we want to be careful of is when we're listening to a client, oh, that reminds me of a time when that can be a trap. So just remember when you're listening to your client's story, being able to ask questions and dig a little deeper is a key skill that you want to learn to use. Pro tip, incorporate storytelling exercises into your sessions. So asking them, What's a moment that shaped you or shaped your situation, shaped you into the person you are today? Has this experience influenced your goals? How has this experience influenced you? Asking those kinds of questions can dig deeper into your client stories. So let me just summarize what I've shared with you in this video today by saying that great communication is the core of successful coaching and consulting. Every conversation is the opportunity to connect and guide and inspire your client. When you master the art of mirroring, active listening, and storytelling, you will enhance your effectiveness as a coach or a consultant and create a great client experience. After all, I think that's what we do, why we do what we do. We want to create a great client experience. We want them coming back again and again, and we want them to recommend us to others. So making sure that we give our best to our clients in that moment is key. Of course, as always, if you know someone that could benefit from listening to this video, please share it. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss a weekly episode. Thanks, and tune in again next week.